Hey, welcome back to another episode. We are going to dive deep into consciousness and the mind and the different bodies that your consciousness uses to traverse the third dimension, which is what we are experiencing right now, the physical reality, the fourth dimension and what dimension that is, and the fifth dimension. Y'all probably hear a lot of people talk about dimensions. You know what I mean? If you heard people talk about dimensions, throw a D in the chat, throw a 5D in the chat. If you heard people talking about dimensions all the time. But one thing you don't ever understand is these people don't ever explain what these dimensions are. They just talk about this is what this dimension is about. They don't actually lay out what the dimension is. Like the three dimensions: length, width, and depth. You know what I mean? Those are the three dimensions. Well, what's the fourth dimension that's added to that? You know what I mean? The astral? No. What is the actual dimension? What is the dimension, the measurement used? You know what I mean? A dimension is a measurement, a new measurement. So now there's a fourth dimension. So there's a fourth measurement. So a measurement of length, a measurement of width. What separates us from two-dimensional beings is we have depth. You know what I mean? A two-dimensional being does not have depth. We have depth of consciousness. And the fourth dimension is time, a measurement of time, right? We measure time all the time. We got clocks and everything to measure time, but all we're measuring is the passing of the present moment, the evolution of the present moment. You know what I mean? Just like a two-dimensional plane has no ability to measure like if you took a two-dimensional plane, right? Let me see. Do I got a piece of paper around here somewhere? We'll just take this phone. Say this is a flat two-dimensional plane, and we moved it up and down. It's moving through different dimensions of depth, but it's only seeing this one thing. So it can't really measure depth. Up. Oh, we're moving up. You know, like we're moving into the future through time. Oh, we're moving down. We're moving into the past. But we're always locked in the present moment. Just like this is locked in this level. If it moves forward one increment one day, you know what I mean? It's still locked in that moment. Move forward, it's still locked on that level. Move up, still locked on that level. So that's the difference between two dimensions and the third dimension, which is what we experience. But we're locked in the present moment. We're not locked on a level of depth, but we're locked in a present moment, a level of time, which is the present moment. We can't go back and re-experience the past. It's dead. It's gone. We can't go into the future and experience tomorrow. It never comes. You know what I mean? But when you enter into the fourth dimension, there is now that freedom. We can freely move up, down, left, right. Then what is aging? Aging is a concept of what your consciousness is telling your cells to reflect. Aging is nothing but telling your cells how to reflect. Ain't nobody's body, ain't no cell in your body older than 7 years old. You know what I mean? When they telling you about these different superheroes and things, Wolverine, it's telling you about your own powers, but it's exaggerated. You know what I mean? We all like Wolverine. You know what I mean? If you get a cut in your hand, what's your hand do? Your hand starts healing itself. Now, it's not like Wolverine where you can just watch it, the wound seal back up. You know what I mean? It takes time. But that's what our body does. I'm talking about the physical body of a human. So am I. But you cannot. It's all going to be determined by your belief. You know what I mean? Your thoughts create your reality, and a belief is just a thought you continue to think. So your beliefs are going to reflect your strongest thoughts, and so your strongest thoughts are going to create the framework of your reality that you live within. You know what I mean? And so when you have very strong thoughts about how your body ages and how your body replicates and how your body evolves, then that's going to be a very real thing for you. And if you want to reverse that and step into immortality, then you're going to have to reverse those beliefs and reverse that line of thinking, that way of thinking. You have to go deeper. You have to create more depth. You know what I mean? You have to expand beyond the fourth dimension and become timeless. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to examine self-awareness. Self-awareness is key, man. You got to examine and grow. So the fifth dimension, what unit of measurement is the fifth dimension? Space. I'm not just up here talking about 3D, 4D, 5D. We're going to 5D Earth. We overcoming. Like, nah, man, none of that. All that, that's bogus. That's bogus. And then I seen this other dude on here the other day, man. He was talking about 8 or 12, 13th dimension. The 13th dimension. What is the dimension? What is the unit of measurement being used in just the sixth dimension? Please tell me. You know what I mean? He said, no, you're talking about densities. No, I'm not talking about densities. Density is a substance, a matter of substance. I'm talking about dimensions. Once the spinal cord is broken, the man can't walk again because the spinal cord popped. You can certainly bring that right back. You can reunify. Those fibers can reunify. So how do we do that? Because I have stopped calling out ages. Beautiful. Yeah, that's one step. That's one step. You examine the thoughts, and then, you can replace them. As you think of thought of I'm getting older, or how old am I, or how many years, I'm timeless. I am timeless. I am timeless. I am a cosmic being, free from time. Stop it. You on here saying anything? Yeah, I'm on here saying anything. Sure thing, bro. Sure thing, buddy. I ain't just on here saying anything, man. I've had miraculous healings because of the way that I've miraculously shifted my mind and my consciousness. Don't come from me, man. I'm talking from knowledge. I ain't talking about belief. You see, you coming from something that you believe or don't believe. That's why you asking questions. I'm coming from knowledge. It ain't nothing you could tell me to make it any different because I've experienced these things. You know what I mean? I grew 1.5 feet and became the tallest person in my family because of the way I shifted my consciousness. You know what I'm talking about? Like, this ain't just nonsense. I'm just up here talking for no reason. Boy, bye. Exactly. Exactly. What's this guy? What are you creating in your life, bro? Come on, man. Don't worry about me, man. Worry about yourself. And like I say all the time, don't believe a word I say. Please. I applaud you for that. Don't believe a word I say. You know what I mean? You better off than some of these other people watch me who just take what I say and run with it. You know what I mean? Don't believe a single word that I say. Nobody. But take what I provide and the concepts and create experiences for yourself. You know what I mean? Be a scientist. Conduct your own experiments. You know what I mean? I've conducted mine. I have my conclusions. I have my results off of large pools of data sources. You know what I mean? But do your own research. Conduct this research for yourself. Be a metaphysician. You know what I mean? Find your own conclusions. Find your own results. Maybe take some anecdotal evidence from other people to help structure your own research, but don't take it as fact. You know what I mean? Because this is metaphysical. You know what I mean? This is metaphysical. So this is what is going on beyond the body. The meta means beyond. So it's beyond what's going on in the physical. You know what I mean? So it's beyond what's going on in the physical. It's a non-physical experience. So I can't provide you any physical proof of what was going on within my own consciousness, within my own subconscious mind, within my own soul and my own spirit. I can't bring back that evidence. You know what I mean? I can examine it myself, but I can't do that. You have to do it for yourself. We all have to do it for ourselves. It's an experiential journey. You know what I mean? And so that's the truth of the matter. But yeah, don't just take and believe whatever I say, man. Create experience for yourself, because that's the difference between believing something and knowing something is experience. You know what I mean? So you got to create experience for yourself. Thank you for giving us your time and knowledge. Absolutely, man. That's part of my growth. You know what I mean? Plus, I learn more the more I teach, the more I share, the more I learn. So absolutely, I try to share as much as possible. True, what you are saying, it's real. Yeah, absolutely it is. It is absolutely real. But yeah, I try to do as much as I can. I'm kind of slipping with my mentees, so I think I might go back to every Wednesday, but every week. But I think I'm going to switch. Normally with my mentees, we meet twice a month on Wednesdays. But I think I'm going to switch it to Tuesdays and make it every week again. Because Wednesdays are kind of hit or miss for me, and that's why I switched. But now I have Tuesdays a lot more free, a lot more regularly, and I've just been coming on live here, and they've been falling to the wayside with my attention. So I think I'm going to do that. So if you like what I've been providing here, jump into the Metaphysical Mentorship Program, because that's going to be off the chain, as always. But, we go a lot deeper, and it'll allow me to provide these courses a lot faster as well. Because I think after this, we get into the book of Revelation. You know what I mean? Maybe we should get into that right now. Maybe we should get into that tonight. Start getting into the book of Revelation and what that means in the universal language of the mind. Thank you for helping collective. Absolutely, man. I'm just helping individuals. You know what I mean? The collective gonna help itself. The collective need to help itself. I don't know. That's just me, man. I just, there's some things that I just laugh at, and not to laugh at you, but like just catchphrases really that people utilize, like the collective. I'm doing it for the collective. I mean, but you hate your neighbor. You know what I mean? You say how you doing it for your collective, but you know, your old best friend, you still wishing evil upon them. You know what I mean? So it's just fun. Not anything to you. I don't even know you, but just other people I've come across and things and seen. It's just funny to me sometimes. But yeah, go ahead, hit the likes, man. Let them know we in here. Share the live with people. Let them know we in here. What I still struggle with is doubts. I'm working on it though. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And a doubt is what? What's a doubt? What is a doubt? Who knows what a doubt is? This is beautiful. This is beautiful right here, man. I'm gonna make a whole separate video. I'm gonna chop this up, make it a whole different video on this. Jacqueline or anybody, what's a doubt? What do y'all think a doubt is? I'm sure somebody gonna hit it spot on. Bro, so New Earth is not a new Earth? It's here, but we will go to the next dimension. Hell no, we in the third dimension. We ain't gonna leave this physical reality. You already existing in the fourth dimension and the fifth dimension in your soul and body. These are the vehicle. This is the vehicle to traverse this dimension. This is the vehicle to traverse this dimension. You don't take the bike and go on the highway. That's not the proper vehicle for that plane. You know what I mean? You take the bike on the little city streets or the sidewalk. You know what I mean? You don't take the stroller on the city streets and the highway. You leave that on the sidewalk or in the park. You know what I mean? You don't take the boat and take it to the air. That's not the proper plane of existence for the boat. You don't take the plane and put it underwater. That's for submarines. You know what I mean? This is the vehicle for the fourth dimension. This is the vehicle for the fifth dimension. This is the vehicle for the third dimension. It's always been that way, always gonna be that way. You know what I mean? Now, there is more energy. There is more energy upon this planet every single day because our solar system is getting closer and closer to the center of the Milky Way galaxy. So every single day there's more energy. So there's going to be more energy available. So every conscious being is moving closer and closer into stepping into their own evolution as spiritual intuitive man. But it's no like, you know, the third dimension is shifting into the fourth dimension. That's bogus shit that people making up because it sounds good and getting likes and shit. You know, so that's why I say don't believe me. Don't believe nobody. Don't believe nobody. Find out for yourself. You know what I mean? How do I know that that's true? You know what I mean? Find out for yourself. There's ways to find out. Any question you can ask, you can find the answer. But yeah, okay, conditioned response. Okay, what is a doubt? Conditioned response, fear, a product of fear. Exactly. In a way, yeah. But a doubt is the opposite of a belief. A doubt is the opposite of belief. You know what I mean? I believe that someone is going to win the NBA championship. I believe somebody's going to win the NBA championship. You know what I mean? But I doubt it's going to be the Memphis Grizzlies because they already out. You know what I mean? So a doubt is the opposite of a belief. And what's a belief? Anybody who's been in here any number of times probably knows what a belief is. What's a belief? What's a belief? So Jacqueline says she struggles with doubts. She's working on it though, so we're going to help her work on it. A doubt is the opposite of a belief. So what's a belief? To help us better understand what a doubt is, let's understand what it's not. Let's eliminate that first. What's a belief? What's a doubt? Because really a doubt is also a belief. But it's something that you don't want to believe in. Fear. And fear is at the root of it. Y'all are spot on with that. But a belief is a thought that you continue to think. A belief is a thought that you continue to think. So doubt is believing in something you're afraid of, something you don't want to exist, something you don't want to occur. You know what I mean? Or that you don't truly believe will occur. I doubt that's going to happen. I don't believe that. You know what I mean? But when we're talking about our own self-doubts, you know what I mean? That's then getting back into it is a belief, but it's a belief that you're afraid of. You know what I mean? So if I'm doubting myself, if I'm not trusting in myself, it's a byproduct of a belief that I have that I can't be trusted, that I can't pull through on things, that I can't make things work out, that I can't find a solution. Belief is when our subconscious mind is programmed. Exactly. And so who's programmed your subconscious mind? Because the mind is meant to be programmed. The mind is designed to be programmed. So who's programming it? You know what I mean? And if the answer isn't you consciously choosing to program it and how you're programming and what you're programming it with, then it is being programmed for you, because the mind is meant to be programmed. You know what I mean? So if you ain't making that decision, it's being made for you. You know what I mean? So if you ain't making that decision, then likely it's the television programs. You know what I mean? It's the music that you're listening to that's programming your mind. You know what I mean? It's the indoctrination within the school system that's programmed your mind. You know what I mean? It's the childhood home that you grew up in and community environment you grew up in that's programmed the foundation of your consciousness of what you believe and don't believe. So who's making these programs? So if you're working with doubt, like Jacqueline, who here struggles with doubting themselves or self-doubt or any kind of doubt? Who here, right, I am in all caps, right? I am in all caps. If you somebody who's been doubting themselves, you know what I mean? You somebody who's been doubting themselves. Hey, and I am. Okay. Joy and pain. I know Jacqueline is. So I am. Kika, okay. Beautiful. So you're running off of a program. So you probably haven't programmed yourself that way. You probably haven't consciously chosen to believe, that you can't do it or you can, and no need to answer this in the chat or nothing, but maybe write down, get you a notepad, because you're going to learn a lot tonight. Get you a notepad and write down what it is you doubt about yourself. What it is you doubt. And if you want to throw out some examples, sure, we'll get into that specifically, but what is it you doubt about yourself? What doubts do you struggle with? Doubt that you can succeed, doubt that you can overcome, doubt that you can pull through, doubt that you can continue to provide support for yourself and your family, doubt that you can be abundant, doubt that you can be prosperous, doubt that you can change and be different, despite what environment you're in, or the people that you're around. What is it that you doubt? And if that is what's going on, then the doubt is there because that's the belief that you continue to think. You know what I mean? You continue to if you have a doubt about yourself, then that means that there is a thought that's at the root of that doubt. So what thought is at the root of that? What core thought is at the root of that? When you write that down, right? Start to write down what thought is at the core root of that. And then when you identify that, you can better identify what new belief you need to implement, right? It's like pulling out a weed in the garden. You walking past the garden, you notice, hey man, that ain't supposed to be here. That's preventing the nutrients from getting to my other plants and flowers. I want to plant something more beautiful. I want to plant something that's going to produce something in my life. I need to pull out that well, not a dandelion really, because a dandelion actually has a lot of nutritional properties, but that Johnson grass, I want to pull that out. It ain't producing nothing. It ain't doing nothing for me. You know what I mean? And I want to plant an apple tree that's going to provide nutrients for myself and my community, because it's going to be abundant. You know what I mean? Anybody who doesn't believe that the universe is abundant, you need to start planting some plants. Plant a tomato plant and start seeing how abundant the universe really is. You're going to be calling people up to give away these tomatoes because you got way more tomatoes than you need from one silly ass tomato plant. You know what I mean? And so, you can do that to help you to have a stronger belief in what is universally true. The universal truth, the universal law of abundance says that all things in life are abundant. All things within the universe are abundant. But you may not be seeing that because the abundance that's showing up in your life is problems. The abundance that's showing up in your life is obstacles. You know what I mean? So you need to recreate what you're creating abundant within your life. You know what I mean? What are you making abundant within your reality? And so if you want to help, overcome that, then plan a plan. But anyways, the mind is just like a garden, where it's like, what, this isn't producing anything in my life. I need to uproot that and replace it with something that is going to produce something in my life. So when you write down what is at the source of your doubt, then you need to also write down and find out what's at the root of that. And when you do that, then you can identify what you need to replace it with. What new belief, whether you believe it or not, whether you believe it or not. And the more you don't believe it, the better. The more impossible it might seem, the better, because that means you right on where you need to be. So, for example, let's take, for example, I'm not capable of becoming great. I'm not capable of becoming great. I'm not, if that's the self-doubt, I'm not capable of becoming great. I'm not capable of abundance. Then write a new belief of I can obliterate any obstacle that dares step in my way. I can obliterate any obstacle that dares step in my way. I can overcome any problem that comes across my path. I can move beyond any problem that comes across my path. I mean, that may seem impossible. I can obliterate any obstacles. No, I can't, because I just got to build a day. Electric bill that's double. You know what I mean? What you talking about? So that seems impossible, right? So, but that means that that's what you need to believe, because your thoughts create your reality. But how does the subconscious mind, the duty of the subconscious mind is to manifest the desires of the conscious mind. But how does the subconscious mind know what to produce? The conscious mind has, how many thoughts do y'all think you have a day? How many thoughts do y'all think you have a day? Throw in the chat. Let me know how many thoughts y'all think you have in a day. Let's see. Or maybe none. Hundreds. Yeah. Hundreds. So out of those hundreds, and really thousands, tens of thousands even, out of those, how do you think the subconscious mind, 100,000 exactly, out of those, how do you think the subconscious mind knows, out of all of those thoughts, which ones to manifest for you? How do you think it knows which ones to manifest? Two things, quality and quantity. How often, I have millions, I don't doubt it. But the subconscious mind knows based off of the quality of the thoughts and the quantity of the thought, how often you're thinking these thoughts, and the how strong and powerful this thought form is, right? Like if I asked you to imagine yourself, imagine your life 1 month after winning the lottery. Imagine your life if you got hired tomorrow to be the CEO of Apple. Imagine that. You know what I mean? I mean, you may be able to imagine some parts of it, but instead, if I said, which would be easier, that or if I said, imagine what your life will be like tomorrow. Just living your life. Imagine what your life's going to be like tomorrow. It'll probably be very vivid in your mind, much more vivid than the life of the CEO at Apple. I don't even know what the Apple building complex looks like. So I wouldn't even know what it would look like to walk in to the work building. But I know walking into work tomorrow, and I got to stop and get some groceries afterwards, go pick up the kids, you know what I mean, cook some dinner. I can very vividly see what my day tomorrow is going to be like. You know what I mean? So that thought form there is a lot stronger of a thought form. There's more light within that image, right? Because the thought is just image. So when you think of something like that, it's a lot clearer in your mind. So there's more density, there's more chitta, more mind substance with that thought. So when the subconscious mind receives that thought, boom, it's very strong. And when the subconscious mind receives the other thought of what it would be like to be a millionaire, I mean, I kind of know I know what I'd spend it on. You know what I mean? But if you became if you got $100 million and you spent the first 3 months just spending cash like crazy, maybe setting up some things, you know, pretty much taking care of any financial issue that you have in life or can have in moving forward, what then? What does your life look like then? And if you don't know the answer to that, then that's why there's no clarity in the image, which means there won't be as much density in what you're telling your subconscious mind to program. So when you think about the day tomorrow, living the same life you've been living, and you think about the life that you want to ultimately live, and the one tomorrow is much more clear and vivid, then it's the subconscious mind is like, oh, I see clearly which one of those you want me to to produce for you and manifest for you. And then you have the quality, right? The quantity. So we went into quality because that's a little more explanation needed. Quantity, it's easy for you to understand. How many times are you thinking that thought? How many times are you thinking throughout a day what tomorrow is going to be like? How many times are you thinking throughout the day what you're going to be doing tomorrow, what you need to do tomorrow, what you wish you could do tomorrow, what you probably going to do tomorrow? You know what I mean? Where you're going to be, who you're going to talk to, what you're going to wear, you know what I mean? What you're going to eat. How many times a day are you thinking those kind of thoughts versus how many times a day you're thinking about where you want your life to be in 3, 4, 2, 1 year? You know what I mean? And how many times a day are you thinking those thoughts, right? So out of the quantity of the thoughts, which one do you think the subconscious mind is picking and choosing, right? So back to the doubts. If we have a doubt, if we are doubting ourselves, and at the root of that is, I believe that I am not capable of overcoming this. I believe I'm not capable of achieving success the way that I want it. I believe that I cannot trust myself to overcome these hurdles. You know what I mean? Then you need to identify the root. I can obliterate any obstacle that dares step in my way. I can obliterate any obstacle that dares step in my way. I can obliterate any obstacle that dares step in my way. I can obliterate any obstacle that dares step in my way. I can obliterate any obstacle. And the more you think it, the quantity, then the stronger the image is going to come within your mind, the quality. And so then by doing both of those, you're telling the subconscious mind, the subconscious mind over here bringing stuff into your life. It's like tapping on the shoulder. What? Oh, you want me to create this? But I already had this going. Oh, okay. Let me set some of this aside. Okay, I get it. Because the more energy you put towards it, then the more direction you're giving to the subconscious mind. You know what I mean? You got to become a director of your own mind. You have to tell yourself what to do. You have to be your own boss. You have to be your own master. You know what I mean? Otherwise, if you ain't a master of yourself, you're going to be a slave to yourself. You're going to be a slave to these programs that were implemented and instilled into your consciousness. You're going to be a slave to the habits that you've developed mentally, emotionally, and physically. You're going to be a slave to the energy that you produce. You're going to be a slave to the symptoms of these programs: anxiety, depression, guilt, fear, doubt, worry, sadness. You're going to be a slave to these symptoms. You know what I mean? And if you want to overcome these things, then you need to take control and become the master and take the reins. Utilize your consciousness and willpower to create something different for yourself. But you're going to have to do it, man. You got to invest in yourself. Ain't nobody else going to do it for you. I can't come through this screen and do nothing for you. You know what I mean? I can only do for myself or not do for myself. Can't nobody in your life do nothing for you. I mean, I'm sure most of y'all already figured that out by now. You know what I mean? But there's a difference between doing something to survive and doing something to thrive. And so there's plenty of things I'm talking about a lot of metaphysical things, but there's also plenty of things you can do physically to help it make it easier. You know what I mean? Breathe through the heart. Let's do an exercise real quick, man. It's only 12 of us. I don't give a damn, man. 12 people. I don't care if one person gets affected by this. Let's go. We're going to do an exercise, all right? It's called breathing through the heart. All right? This is going to activate your heart chakra. Okay, and if you want more of these, man, come join the Life Force and Chakras course, because this is exactly what we're starting to get into, is these powerful exercises and techniques. Now, this one, you may not really feel anything different today. If you're someone who can perceive energy, you'll feel it in the heart center, but the effects of what we're doing today, you might not feel until like 4 or 5 days from now. You know what I mean? Especially if you start doing it for 30 days. Oh my God. Oh my God. If you do this exercise every day for 30 days, you're going to be different. You're going to be different. Your life's going to be different. How you see life is going to be different. You can't help it. You won't be able to help it. You know what I mean? If you want to be different, if you want to amplify your power, raise your hand. Put a hand up. Put one of them strong arms in the chat if you want to be different and amplify your power. We ain't starting this exercise till I see at least somebody want to strong arm their own energy and cause it to strengthen and grow. I mean, I'm going to throw some in here because I want it too. There we go. Okay, let's go then. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. Who in here, is there anyone in here who doesn't know what a chakra is, or the heart chakra? Is there anyone in here who doesn't know what the heart chakra is? Let me know. Let me know now or forever. Peace. Because we moving on. Nah, I'm playing. If you don't know, let me know and I'll explain it real quick. Okay, great. So I guess everybody knows. So your chakras are energy transformers, transforming non-physical energy into physical energy and physical energy into non-physical energy. Can you explain, please? Okay, so our body is more than just, the soul is attached to the body, right? And what anchors it in, it's anchored in through the chakra centers, right? Now, the soul is non-physical. It's not a part of the physical reality. It's non-physical, right? Here's the physical. It's non-physical. The soul is not physical. The physical body is physical. So how these are tied in is through the chakras, right? And so we absorb non-physical energy. I mean, whoever walked into a room, throw another hand up if you ever walked into a room and you can feel the vibe in the room, right? You can feel the vibe just totally different, whether good or bad. You can feel it, right? Or somebody, you chilling, somebody walks in and, intensifies everything and you feel that shift, right? You can feel energy, right? So there's ways that your physical body can feel and perceive non-physical energy, right? So you've had experiences of this. So you know that this is true because of the multiple experiences that you've had. I'm not just making this up. But how do we perceive that energy is our chakra centers transform non-physical energy into physical energy and physical energy into non-physical energy. I do go a whole lot deeper in it in the life force exercise, life force and chakras course. So if you really want to go deeper into it, go to that. But there's also ductless glands, physical glands, in the endocrine system that are associated with each of the 7 major chakras. And the heart is associated with the thymus. And the thymus has to do with your immune system, right? And so you can tap if you ever wake up sick, tap on your chest. Some of y'all, who else done this before? Who else done this before when they're feeling bad? Who else just naturally did this, whether they knew what it was doing or not, whether it was just something you saw your granny do or not? You know what I mean? Who else done this before? Throw another hand up if you just done this before, just tapping your chest. Maybe somebody did tell you what it was. Yes, I have. That's because whether they intuitively knew it or someone told them to do it or someone told them why to do it, it's because your thymus gland is right here. And that is going to stimulate your immune system. And so then your immune system can become stronger. And the stronger your immune system becomes, the more relaxed your entire physical body can become. Because it's no longer as susceptible to different viruses and bacteria and things outside of themselves that can cause the body harm. And so you're strengthening your defense system, right? Imagine like an ancient city, or like maybe like Game of Thrones or something type thing, Lord of the Rings type ancient times, you know what I mean? And the city ain't got no walls. The city ain't got no walls, and everybody and the enemy's just walking up and down the trail. You know what I mean? You're going to be on edge every night. In that city, you're going to be on edge every night in that city. But then imagine you at the greatest kingdom that has huge walls and defenses. It ain't never been penetrated in the history of that world. You know what I mean? You're going to sleep like a baby. Hey, I'm cool, man. In here, we ain't got to worry about being attacked. We got a great army that's ready to defend these walls if we need to. We ain't got to worry about nothing. I mean, that's how your body is. If your immune system is low, then your body's on high alert at all times. Your adrenal glands are depleted. You know what I mean? Because you're always running off of a survival mode, fight, flight, or hide. You know what I mean? You always operating off of that. So when you can activate the thymus, you can increase the immune system, which will allow the body to feel more protected, to feel more at peace, to feel more supported, to where then you can let go of some of these different things that are kind of taking up your mind and taking up your energy, right? So what we're going to be doing, though, because this will help work with the physical body at the heart center, but we're going to do this. Yeah, I mean, this is just a bonus. This is just something that came up while I started to go with the heart breathing, but we're going to be breathing through our heart, right? So what does that really mean? So like right here, about this big, there's a vortex. there's a vortex of energy, which is absorbing the energy around you into your physical body, and then also is able to take the energy from within your heart center and push it out into the universe around, into the environment around you. And also, this is the source of your healing energy. So if you ever want to, like anybody who's seen my hand chakras video, and if you ain't seen it, go watch it. It'll teach you how to open up your hand chakras and then open up your heart chakra to activate that healing energy and release that healing energy to then use your hands to heal whatever on your body you need to heal. You know what I mean? You threw your shoulder out, open up your hand chakras, open up your heart chakra, and start doing this. You got mental issues, bipolar, depression, schizophrenia, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Open up your hand chakras, open up your heart chakras, and heal yourself. You know what I mean? But anyways, go back and watch that video. But you can open up your heart chakra, right? And so that the energy the healing energy from within is going out into the universe. But you can also receive through the heart. And now, I've always felt energy strongly in my hands, but I never knew what it was. Yeah, you need. I would definitely suggest you go watch that hand chakra video, and if you really want to take it a step further, get that life force chakras course, because when we go into the hand chakras, we're going to go and dive much deeper. So if you've always felt that way, you've probably had a past lifetime where you unlocked these understandings and built these understandings multiple times, and so you were just born into this lifetime naturally being able to do it. So if you learn to consciously do it in this lifetime, you're going to become even more powerful than you were before. But anyways, what we're going to be doing is going to open up your heart chakra to where life is just going to become easier. Solutions to problems are just going to fall in your lap. You are going to shift and transform the energy field around you and within you, right? Because our thoughts create our reality. Our inner environment, our outer environment is a direct reflection of our inner environment. And if you want your outer environment to change, you first have to change and transform your inner environment. So all y'all who put up the strong arm emoji, this is what's going to activate that for you. This is what's going to shift and transform your outer environment. So breathing through the heart. I'm so grateful I caught you today. Are you interpreting dreams today? Yes, I am. But right now we on a whole different plane, man. We on a whole different plane. I mean, you can drop a dream in, I'll get to it, but we on a whole different plane. I suggest following along wherever you caught up. But what we're going to be doing in this center right here, we're going to be breathing in. And if you can't perceive the energy, you haven't worked with your energy before, that's fine. Just use your imagination, because energy moves off of intention. And so where you put your energy flows where the attention goes. So if you just imagine it within your mind, you're going to make it happen, whether you can perceive it or not, whether you can feel the energy moving or not. Eventually, you'll start to feel it. You'll be able to perceive it. You'll be able to feel it. Oh, this shit's working. You know what I mean? But maybe you aren't there yet. Maybe you just started out, or maybe you just haven't built and cultivated that skill set, that metaphysical skill set. But this is how you do it. This is how you do it. You know what I mean? Steph Curry, one of the greatest shooters of all time. You think he woke up like that? Ever? You know what I mean? No. In college, he was a great shooter, one of the greatest shooters in college. You think he woke up like that? No. You think he just walked onto the college and started shooting? No, they saw him and recruited him. Hey, you're a good shooter. Let's keep working, become a greater shooter. Come to the NBA, keep working, and become the greatest shooter ever. You know what I mean? He put in a lot of work. Go ask him how much work he put in. Go ask Kobe how much work he put in. He's put in 3 a days every day. You know what I mean? As an MVP, as a champion 4 times. You know what I mean? He's still putting in work. So you have to put in the work. But anybody can cultivate this skill set. Anybody can learn how to shoot the ball. You know what I mean? If you want to become just as great a shooter as Steph Curry, anybody can become just as great of a shooter as Steph Curry. But you got to put in the same amount of hours and time and effort that he did. You know what I mean? And for a lot of us, hey, we way behind. So in that aspect, no, we can't really become as great of a shooter because we're already too far behind. But, as far as being timeless, that's still a limitation. But anyways, what I'm getting at is, even if you don't have these metaphysical capabilities or, energetic capabilities, you can put in the effort and time to make it happen, to build them. So what you will want to do is, you have this energy center, right? And imagine on the inhale that you're breathing in and the energy around you see green energy around. Maybe see like white energy around you, absorbing into your chest, into this vortex in the center of your chest, like kind of like you Iron Man, right? That's what Iron Man represents. You know what I mean? Iron Man represents this activated heart chakra. You know what I mean? That's I'm telling you, man, they put these stories in here for a reason, but it's exaggerated. But then what can he do? What he can shoot beams out of here, energy. You know what I mean? What is he shooting? Beams. This energy, lasers. It's beams out of his hands, right? Out of his feet, right? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, they telling you, man. But anyways, we ain't even got to get into all that. Just know that, I mean, you ain't got to just know. Don't believe me. Find out for yourself. But anyways, we're going to be absorbing energy into our heart center. And then on the exhale, see green energy moving out. Inhale, pull the energy in. Exhale, push the energy out. Inhale, pull the energy in. Exhale, push the energy out. Inhale, pull the energy in. Exhale, push the energy out. Inhale, pull the energy in. Exhale, push the energy out. Inhale, pull the energy in. Exhale, push the energy out. Inhale, pull the energy in. Exhale, push the energy out. Inhale, pull the energy in. Exhale, push the energy out. Inhale, pull the energy in. Exhale, push the energy out. Keep doing it. Come on. Inhale, pull the energy in. Exhale, push the energy out. Come on, get started. Inhale, pull the energy in. Exhale, pull the energy out. Create an experience for yourself. Inhale, pull the energy in. Exhale, push the energy out. Inhale, pull the energy in. Exhale, push the energy out. So now we did that for like 45 seconds. That's it. You want to do it for 5 minutes. Do it for 5 minutes every single day for the next 90 days. Do it for 5 minutes every single day for the next 90 days. Do it. Invest in yourself. I mean, create an experience for yourself. Because if you don't, the same shit is going to happen. If you want shit to change in your life, you have to change what you do in your life. You know what I mean? If you want who wants more money? Who wants more money? Who wants more money far more money than what they're currently experiencing? Who wants more money? 5 minutes every day, next 90 days. Yes. Yes, do it and report back. Let us know. Let us know how it goes. Breathe in green and green out. I mean, do whatever you want. I see like white energy coming in, white energy going out. But sometimes, because I can perceive the energy, sometimes my heart chakra is already activated, and so it's already green around me. You know what I mean? Because my heart energy is already flowing around me, having healing energy in my energy field. You know what I mean? Some people who walk in my energy, they can feel the presence. You know what I mean? They can feel the room change because I just have this healing energy already activated. So that's why I started to say green in and green out, because that's what I was already perceiving for myself. But for you all, you know, whatever you want to do. So all these people want to experience more energy or more money, right? Beautiful. Let's do it. Money is energy. Money is energy. That's all it is. Money is energy. Money is your outer reflection of your value. You know what I mean? Money represents value, right? If you go to the store right now to get a TV and they show you the TV and the TV's $10,000, are you going to buy it? If the TV's $10,000, are you going to buy it? Yes, 40 days. Let's do it. 90 days. Do it for 90 days. Nope. No, you ain't going to buy it. Why? Why won't you buy it? Because that's not the value that TV holds. Money is just an exchange of value. I do not value that for $10,000. Now, if you go in there and it's an 8K TV, Quantum HD for $100, you going to buy it? An 8K HD TV, you going to buy it? Of course you are, because that's tremendous value. I'm gonna buy 10 of them things. You know what I mean? I'm gonna buy 10 of them things, go sell them, and come back by the rest of the 40. I'm gonna clear y'all out. Thank you, because that is tremendous value, right? So two ends of the spectrum for us to really understand and see that money represents value. You want to say about our personal value? Exactly. What I say, your outer environment is a direct reflection of your inner environment. So the more you can perceive and understand and know your own value and worth, then the more that money is going to show up in your life. It's just naturally going to happen. You ain't going to have to do nothing different. All of a sudden, you're going to show up to work. You got an email. Hey, come see the boss in the meeting room today at 3. Man, we've been noticing lately the work you've been doing. I don't know how we've been missing it, but you've been doing a lot of work, and it's kind of gone unnoticed. And we just now realizing it. Here's a little raise plus a bonus for we sorry we ain't been noticing how hard you've been working. It's like, oh shit, where this just came out of nowhere. It's always been there, but it's only now being recognized outside of yourself because you are now recognizing it inside of yourself. I'm telling y'all things that's happened to me. You know what I mean? And so, but anyways, it's energy. Money is only energy. So by doing this exercise for 90 days, you are increasing and amplifying your energy. Thus, more energy is going to flow into your life naturally. All type of energy, loving energy, healing energy, supporting energy, joyous energy, financial energy. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, man, this happened to me last week. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's clap it up for La Jefe, La Jefa. Hey, what's going on? I already feel powerful. The heart exercise is the truth. Beautiful. And that was only 45 seconds. I mean, we did start it off with like 2 minutes of the thymus tapping. But beautiful, beautiful. Excellent, man. Excellent. Now do it for 5 minutes every day for 90 days. Who's gonna activate their willpower with me and make a conscious choice to do this every day for 5 minutes a day for the next 90 days. Throw a 100 in the chat if you on the same train as me. You ain't gotta be. If you ain't with it, don't throw the 100 in the chat. Ain't nobody gonna bother you. Ain't nobody gonna be mad at you. But throw 100 in the chat if you on the same train, and you're gonna activate your willpower, because willpower is making a conscious choice and then following through with it with determined, unceasing action until the ideal is achieved. So until I do it every single day for the next 90 days, I'm making a conscious choice to do that. And I'm going to take unceasing action to make sure it happens until that actually does come to fruition and manifest. Beautiful, beautiful. All type of people. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I want to hear y'all. I want to hear y'all in the future lives and everything, letting people know what it's done for you. You know what I mean? Let them know what your experience has been. Let the people in your life know. Don't go off running to them right now. Man, you can. Hey, I did this exercise for 2 minutes, man. It was powerful. You should do it with me. You know what I mean? Wait until they notice it. Wait until a third of the way in, halfway in, a month and a half from now. Hey, man, what you been doing? You just different. I just want to be around you more. You just different. Something different about you. What you been doing? Come in close. I'm gonna tell you what I've been doing. Let me tell you what I've been doing. Let me tell you what it's been doing for me. You know what I mean? Let the people in your life know. Share it with them. But do it once you've already put in the work to where you can know what you're sharing with them versus just what you may believe you're able to do for them or share with them. You know what I mean? So right now, Jacqueline, she already created somewhat of an experience. But if you continue doing it, you're going to create multiple experiences and then manifest it for yourself. Because the universal law of manifestation is also known as the universal law of believing and knowing, right? The difference between believing something and knowing something is experience, right? So the more you experience something, then the more that you know that it is true. So continue to cultivate more and more experiences for yourself. Beautiful. So all of that because someone a long time ago in here commented something about doubts. The work Jacqueline was saying they have been working on doubting themselves. And then thus here we are. Get a little drink of my tea. So what other questions do y'all have? What other things are y'all working on? Hey, y'all, let's run these likes up, man. Let's run these shares up. Share this so we can let people know we in here building. You know what I mean? Because the more people we know, then the more people we can, I mean, sharing is one way that you can give to other people because then it activates the algorithm. That's the only reason I care about it. I don't give two shits about no likes. It just activates the algorithm so that we can impact more people's lives. More people, because more people could have enjoyed that exercise. But there's a reason. Maybe that exercise was too powerful for some of these people. And so they wasn't allowed to be up in here. They ain't manifest that for themselves just yet. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, let some people know. Whoever you think might be enjoying some sort of knowledge like this, let them know. Invite them in. Hit the likes. Let them know. You know what I mean? Hey, we was at 50,000 likes the other day. Only reason, though, is because I said I'll give away some courses for free. So I know it's possible very easily within 10 minutes. Maybe it was like 20 minutes. We was at 50,000 likes. You know what I mean? But let them know, man, that's just one way you can give back. Don't give back to me, but give back to other people through activating the algorithm so that they can also absorb this knowledge so that they can identify different ways that they can change their life for themselves. You know what I mean? Different ways that they can get that ego off their back. You know what I mean? Get that programming off their back and become masters of themselves. You know what I mean? Break through that programming, break through those personal limitations and become master of their own mind. Working on concentration from the Keys to Success course. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, Kika, what are you understanding? What are you understanding concentration be? What are you understanding your attention is? Let's see. What allows you to create your world? Is it your energy that flows through your chakras? Understand the first thing that I would suggest for you, Jade, is to understand that you are already creating your world. Every aspect of it. You cannot become any more powerful of a creator over your physical reality. It's happening. 100%. You determine it all. You determine all of it. That may sound weird because you don't believe it. And you don't believe it because you haven't thought it enough times. You haven't had enough experiences to tell you that that is what's true. So you're just operating off of whether you believe it or not. But trust me, every aspect of your life at all times is determined by you. So it's not so much of what allows you to create your world, but how do you become more conscious of how you're doing it? And so the way you want to do that is understand the mechanics of manifestation, how things manifest into your life. And so right now, the greatest source that I have available is in the Dream Interpretation Masterclass, where I break this down 100% in the very first lesson. And actually, I'm thinking I'm going to offer that as like a preview for the course. So that way also anybody who just wants this doesn't have to buy the whole course. They can just get this whole breakdown in full. You know, so I think I might do that. I'm thinking about it just now. But it really talks about the two halves of the whole, you know what I mean? The soul and the physical body, the conscious mind and subconscious mind that work together to create. Because, you know, conscious mind is masculine and subconscious mind is feminine. So just like the man and the woman come together to create, the conscious mind, the seed thoughts, you know, the man impregnates the womb of the woman by planting his seed deep into the womb, right? Into the deepest part of the womb. And then that seed impregnates into the egg and then continues to formulate and gestate and form into a being until it's birthed. Well, your conscious mind and subconscious mind work the same way. The seed thought of the conscious mind implants the seed thought into the womb of the subconscious mind, where it then gestates and forms and creates more substance, more chitta, like I was talking about, more mind substance, and becomes more dense and stronger of a thought form. The more times you think it, the more you're feeding energy into it until it bursts into the physical reality, right? And so I really break that down a lot in that course. But for you, energy, yes. Your energy, your inner energy is going to imprint into the outer environment. Like I'm sure everybody's heard of the law of attraction. You know what I mean? Changing and shifting your own field is going to change and shift how the universe responds to you. Right? And so that's what we're doing with that heart exercise. We're instigating a shift. We're sticking our paddle into the river and causing the boat to turn. You know what I mean? No matter where the current's going, no matter where the current of life is pushing you, you're sticking your paddle in the water and making a shift. I'm going in this direction now. I'm no longer going down this road. You know what I mean? That was a nice example. Well done. Thank you. And so that's what I would suggest with that. There was something else. I watched the hand chakra video and I'm wondering what I need to do because I feel the energy so strongly. Okay, well, you need to work. You need to give the energy somewhere to go. So I'm telling you, I would highly suggest You take that life force and chakras course so that you can know where your energy is coming from outside of yourself, inside of yourself, how to transmute energy, how to move energy, how to work with your energy, how to shift your energy, how to increase more energy within your body, how to fill up your reservoirs, your energetic reservoirs, how to magnify your energy, how to feel other people's energy without absorbing it into yourself. You know what I mean? How to move into a room and make sure that your energy affects the room versus the room affecting you. You are affecting the environment instead of the environment affecting you. You know what I mean? How to work with each energy center, including the hands. You know what I mean? There's another exercise you can do where you close your hands like this and just move the energy around and around and around and around and around. Then you can do whatever you want with it. And the more that you work with it in these ways, the more you can understand exactly what you can do with it. Because until you can learn how to control the energy, there's not much I can tell you on what to do with it. You have to, you at a point where, like, back to the superheroes, you know what I mean? You know, the superhero movie where he unlocks his power, but it's uncontrollable. He doesn't know what to do with it. He has to learn how to harness it. That's where you at right now. And so what's going on? I mean, it's only 3 minutes in the movie, but it's a long time lapse of lots of training. You know what I mean? Until they're then thrown into the fire and like, okay, you're kind of ready now. The rest of your training's out in the field. You know what I mean? And so you'll be ready out in the field once you learn how to really harness the energy and your energy. Okay, thank you. I'm definitely about to look into it. Yeah, please do. That was an example. Well, okay, yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Excellent. Excellent. So yeah, so hey man, let's hey, I guess ain't nobody coming in here. It don't matter, man. It's us. It's us. Y'all, as y'all see, I'ma still give the same type knowledge if it was just one of us. I mean, hey, I apologize. If it was just one of us, I'd probably bounce and wait and come back. I'd probably go start working on something else. I got all type of things I'm creating right now. So I apologize. Speaking of which, hold on, I gotta check this trade. You know what I mean? I got my bad. I'm got an active trade going on right here. You know what I mean? You can't see it. Waiting to see this next entry to compound my profits. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. A question. Do you receive universal signs? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's all about understanding those universal signs. You know what I mean? Understanding those universal signs. And so how does the universe communicate? Who in here knows how the universe communicates? Like numbers? Yeah, the universe can communicate numbers. But one thing, like, with numerology, it's like a fad, right? It's such a huge fad. And I don't know. I just have to laugh at those things. And I say it's a fad because one thing that a lot of people know about numbers and talk about numbers and teach about numbers is when they're talking about 111, right? 222, 1111, 444, 333. Hey, they don't never talk to you about 666, but 999. You know what I mean? The repeating numbers. But if the universe communicates in numbers, wouldn't all numbers have significance? Have just as much significance as the repeating numbers? The universe giving you a message when it's 111. The universe ain't giving you a message when it's 897. What the hell does 897 mean? So if you want to look at the numbers, you got to understand the numbers, all of the numbers, and know that there's always a constant reflection. You create your entire reality, and everything around you is a direct reflection of what is going on within you. Not just the repeating numbers, not just sometimes, not just during happen chance. You just happen to be driving past the dump truck that says 777 on it. Oh shit, universe saying something to me. Universe is always saying something to you. You know what I mean? Like what's her name asked, how? What allows me to create my world? There's always a reflection. So somebody says coincidences, dreams are gifts. Yes, dreams do too. But also images, because dreams are in images. Your life, the things that you look around outside of yourself are just images, right? You see images. I see a cell phone in front of me. I see a stand. You know what I mean? I see a coffee cup. I see a spoon. I see a shirt. I see eyes. I see hair. And when you can understand the language that these images are in, then you can understand what the universe is telling you. You can understand the state of your own consciousness, the content of your consciousness. You know what I mean? You can understand what your consciousness is. You can understand why you're experiencing these things. You can understand why you have caused it and created it, how you have created it. You can understand how you have used your mind and your energy to create it and become existing within that space. I love to know how the universe shows you signs how. Oh man, universal language of the mind. The dream interpretation masterclass. I'm telling you that dream interpretation. If I was forced, if like the master teachers came down and said, look, we're removing all of your knowledge except for one thing, I wouldn't even hesitate. They wouldn't even have to ask me because they already know. I wouldn't even hesitate. Universal language of the mind, please. Universal language. It is by far the greatest thing that I have ever learned in life. Universal language of the mind, because it has provided me the most self-awareness and the most insight into my own soul growth and spiritual development, and into how to cultivate that and create that and overcome obstacles and continue to push things manifesting that I do want even further. And so that's done. And I teach that in the Dream Interpretation Masterclass thoroughly. I mean, how you communicate with your higher self. Exactly. Your higher self, beyond, this is a diagram of the mind. These are the vehicles that you use, and these are the minds that you use to experience these different dimensions, right? But you're not the physical body. You're not the soul. You're not the spirit. You're not the superconscious mind, subconscious mind, or conscious mind. You're not any of these things. You're not the mind. You're not the bodies. You're the consciousness, the real self, beyond all of this, right? So how do you communicate with your higher self? Through existence. But you also, to get there, you have to go through the mind to be able to get there. And so you have to communicate through the mind, and the mind communicates in images. All of our minds communicate in images, right? My mind, I have images within my mind that I'm using these words to describe. You're receiving these words and using those to create an image within your mind, right? And so images, our minds communicate in images. So when we can understand the language of images, then we can understand how the communication is happening. Egyptian Book of the Dead. There's a lot of knowledge in there, but you need the universal language of the mind in order to truly decode the Egyptian Book of the Dead. I'm telling you, when you understand the universal language of the mind, you go read the Egyptian Book of the Dead, and then learn the universal language of the mind, and then go read the Egyptian Book of the Dead again, and it's gonna make perfect sense. You know what I mean? The Book of Revelation, same way. You read the Book of Revelation, you like, what? A lion's head with wings like an eagle and a scorpion tail. What is that? A dragon? What is that? Locust? What is that? The seals in the heavens were broken and horns were blasting. What, like the tornado siren? I heard that. I mean, no. That's talking about the mastering the ego. That's talking about the different cultivating spiritual habits instead of just regular habits that aren't producing something in your life. Having a spiritual practice and discipline that is so regular for yourself that it's habitual in order to do it and grow. You know what I mean? That's talking about the 7 doorways that can open up to allow you to access these 7 levels of the mind. The 7 candlesticks represent the 7 church. I'm telling you, you can understand all of this so clearly through the universal language of the mind. For real. So you're going to understand how the universe is communicating with you. You're going to understand how your dreams are communicating with you. You're going to understand all of the holy scriptures clearly and without fail, without any insight needed from anyone outside of yourself. You're going to actually know how to decode it. Y'all remember that Cracker Jack box with the little decoder pan? That's what you're going to have. You're going to have the decoder pen, I'm telling you. And it does not fail. So heaven is real big in the fifth dimension. Yeah, the superconscious mind. Heaven represents the superconscious mind. Anywhere in the Holy Scriptures you hear about heaven, it's talking about the superconscious mind. Cosmic consciousness, Christ consciousness, Buddha consciousness. You know what I mean? The mind that your spirit uses. You know what I mean? Your most divine part of yourself. Okay, thank you so much for knowledge. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. 12:12. I'm probably about to bounce, get some more work done. I gotta speaking of which, man, stay tuned, y'all, because I got this PDF I'm putting together, because I'm realizing, like, I share a lot of stuff, and I need to make a resource for it. So that's what I'm creating right now, is a resource for a lot of this, 13 universal laws, what they are, how to harmonize with them, concentration, dreams, and what to do with those. It's not very in depth, not like the dream interpretation masterclass, but it's a good, it's like a practical approach towards your spiritual evolution. It's like a blueprint. I mean, that's what I call it, spiritual evolution blueprint, because it helps lay out the plans for you to really not just look at this as like something cool to talk about, something cool because it's a fad, because everybody's into it. You know what I mean? It's a way to really give it purpose and take it seriously, because it is very serious. You know what I mean? Because if you don't put in the work to know yourself this lifetime, I mean, you're just going to have to come back next lifetime and start over again, wherever you left off. So just like in school, you're going to have to go through the coursework in school and complete 9th grade. In 10th grade, you're going to pick up wherever you left off. Whether if you failed algebra, but you passed English, you're going to be taking English with all the people you were in English with last year. In 10th grade, you're going to be taking 10th grade English with all the people you were in 9th grade English with. But since you failed math, you're going to pick up right where you left off. So you're going to be in 9th grade math with all the people who were in 8th grade math last year. You know what I mean? And if you fail in every course, then you taking everything all over again. You wasted your time. The whole year was a waste. So if you aren't taking this seriously and you fail every life lesson that's handed to you, and you don't put in the actual effort to make it happen, you don't invest in yourself to cause the change and growth and understanding, cultivate the understanding of what you've experienced, then it was all a waste. And you're just going to start this next lifetime the same way. You know what? I was born into a poor family. I was not given a whole lot of tools to succeed. I was not given the proper environment to fully develop. And then what did I do? I didn't do nothing about it. I created it and cultivated and maintained a victim's consciousness and remained a victim to my environment. I stayed in that victim mindset, and then I died. Well, what are you going to have to do next time? Well, I still have those same lessons that I need to learn. So I guess I'm going to pick out another poor family in a poor environment and start all over again to create the same scenario so that I can have the same ability to learn what I do need to learn. Just like, I mean, that's a macro look at what goes on in a micro within the lifetime. You know what I mean? Put a 6 in the chat. 666 is just a downward spiral. Put a 6 in the chat if you've ever repeated the same relationship with different people. Put a 6 in the chat if you've ever had different jobs with the same boss, but it's different bosses. You got the same relationship. Put a 6 in the chat if you've had the same experiences with money, where it's like, even when I go outside of myself, you know what? I'm gonna be disciplined for these next 7 months. I'm saving money. Damn, man, I saved $4,000. This is wild. I ain't never done that before. Boom, your car blows up. You know what I mean? Not like literally blows up, but it's gone. Ain't no bringing it back. Oh man, I need to get a new car. How much does that new car cost? $3,500. I got just enough. So then I'm back into the same experience, Even though I tried to be different, I didn't change anything inside of in my internal environment. So my external environment, no matter what kind of habits I change, is creating the same experience for me. And if you don't learn those lessons, then it's going to come back around. You know what I mean? So anyways, so that's why I put this together, to kind of help people to have more clarity in how to navigate this. Because a lot of people, like when you just waking up, the main really resource you have is all these wild YouTube videos and videos on here about the symptoms of spiritual awakening. That's wild, man. And you got to be no symptoms. When I woke up, there was not a single symptom. Everything was glorious in my life. Everything was glorious. Everything came out perfectly. Everything was laid in perfectly because I wasn't swimming upstream. I wasn't going against the current. I was flowing with it. I was rolling with it. You know what I mean? I was riding with, I was surfing that motherfucker. I'm telling you. So what? It's not a universal experience. And the more that you get people to program that into your mind, then the more you're going to see and reflect that out into your life. Man, they told me that this was supposed to happen when you awaken. And I know I'm just now waking up because shit is different. I'm seeing things different. I'm understanding things differently. But I ain't had that happen yet. I wonder when it's going to start. You know what I mean? So then it starts. Just like I wonder when I'm going to start getting gray hairs. And then gray hairs pop up. I wonder when I'm going to start getting wrinkles. I mean, I wonder when I'll start going bald. My dad's bald. My granddaddy's bald. All my uncles are bald except for my Uncle James. But that's because he married my aunt Sarah. You know what I mean? And so it's like, of course, that's what's going to reflect, because that's what you're programming yourself to reflect. But anyways, so that's why I want to put that together. So yeah, I got plenty of other stuff I'm working on and things. Got another book that I'm working on and putting together right now, also about actually about meditation and its effect. Anyways, meditation and its effects. But yeah, so I was just sharing that. But yeah, what other dreams y'all got? What other questions y'all got? What other obstacles are you coming across within your own life? You know, what other thoughts do you have? You know, I'm here making myself available. Let me check this trade again. I'm waiting to scale in for another trade because it's retracing. It's almost there. Probably got another, let me see. That was at 5 o'clock on the 2nd, or 15:20. So that was at 3 o'clock. Then it made its move at, 5 hours later. So this was at 22, so 23, 24. So damn, it's probably not going to move till like 3 a.m. Yeah, that's what it's looking like here. Anyways, okay. My bad. Definitely need work on self-worth. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm a massage therapist, and I wonder, do we absorb the client's problems? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, not necessarily, but that's where energy transmutation comes into play. You know, so if you want to go deep into it, take the Life Force and Chakras course. And that'll really go deep into learning how to transmute the energy, how to identify and separate your energy from someone else's energy, and things like that. Or, I mean, I got resources all over. So, I mean, there's a free YouTube video that's a part of that course on energy transmutation. So, you know, you can look into that. But yeah. I mean, because what you're doing as a massage therapist, you're breaking that energy up, right? You can feel it. You can feel it breaking up. And you breaking that energy up. So that energy just goes out into the environment. And so if you continue to go into the same environment that your clients are coming into versus like you're like a traveling massage therapist, someone who has a space and an office that people come into and work with them, then your whole space is filling with that. And I'm sure you probably already naturally or consciously understand different things that you do to clear out that energy and things. But if you're constantly there, you have to also do that for yourself, not just your space around you, but also your own personal space. You know what I mean? So one thing, if you're a massage therapist, one thing that I would highly suggest you do, if you don't already, is sit by a fire every day as soon as you get off work. Sit by a fire every day. If you live in an apartment building and you don't have the ability to have like a fire pit out back, Then get some candles. Get a pack of 40 tea light candles and set them all around you, in a safe fashion. Sit in the middle of them, set them all around you, about 40 of them, and light them on fire and just sit in that for like 20 minutes after you get off work. Make it a routine. Do it in your space at work before you leave. You know what I mean? You got 10 sessions a day, 9 clients, and the 10th one is you. 10th one is you. So that you can continue, because what you'll be doing is, because fire is a purifying element. So you'll be purifying your own energy. You'll be sitting here and the fire is all around you, but your energy field, your astral body, your aura, which is made up of your emotional body, astral body, and mental body, your aura and the energy field of it is circulating and swirling to where after 20 minutes, all of your energy has gone through all of the fire. And so all of the energy that you've picked up from other people, you've now purified and burnt away. You know what I mean? Just like when you go throughout the day, you pick up dirt and grime and filth. You know what I mean? So you take a shower to wash all of that away and purify that away. And so for you as a massage therapist or anybody else in that similar field where it's, forward facing with any type of, people, lots of people, so even if you're just like for you, it's like very healing a lot of this energy. So it's breaking up a lot of, but even just being around a lot of other people, so if you work in retail or restaurants or anything like that, banks, or anything like that, where you interact with a lot of people all day long, police, firemen, anything like that, where you interact with a lot of people, you want to do that too. It'll have a powerful effect. You'll see a huge change, especially if you implement that with the heart. Yeah, that's going to be huge. But that's elemental purification. You know what I mean? Using fire purification, elemental purification. Yeah. I'm sure you already do breath and work with the breath, but the fire is going to have a whole different, it's going to be game changer for you. Beautiful. I hope that helps. All right. Okay, well, I'm about to bounce off here unless anybody else has anything that they would like to share. I'm going to bounce and peace out, man. If you want to see more, we're going to be diving deep into dreams and everything tomorrow with the mentees. So as a mentee, you get all the courses for free when you join the mentor program. So, all the people who put up these emojis, I'm telling you, join that mentor program because it's about to lift off here. Probably after my birthday. My birthday is May 11th. So Taurus, Weesock's coming up. So we'll talk about that with the mentees. They ready for that kind of stuff. But yeah, thank you. Good night. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. I'm glad you found value in it. And, like I said, don't believe anything I say, but take the notes that you wrote down. Hopefully you got a notepad and wrote some things down. Take the notes that you wrote down and find ways to incorporate it into your life. Good night. Thank you. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Peace.